There are children who never really lived their childhood. Children who learned to stay quiet when they wanted to scream, who learned to take care of others long before anyone took care of them, who learned responsibility too early and softness too late. These children grow up with wisdom far beyond their years. Yet, inside them lives a small aching voice that whispers, "I was never allowed to be young." If you've ever met someone who seems strong, mature, independent, and calm, even when life is falling apart, you've probably met a child who grew up too fast. And their story is not simple. It's stitched with silence, pressure, survival, and an early understanding of pain. Let's understand the psychology behind them.
They learned emotion before they learned safety. Children who grow up too fast usually live in unpredictable homes, places where a parent is absent, unstable, or deeply overwhelmed. They learn very quickly that emotional awareness is survival. They watch the room. They analyze people's moods. They monitor tone, facial expression, footsteps. Before they learn multiplication, they learn how to read the atmosphere. Before they learn self-worth, they learn self-protection. Their nervous system develops in hyper-awareness. They learn that peace is something you sense, not something you feel.
Perfection becomes protection. When a child grows up too fast, they often try to be perfect, not for praise, but for survival. Perfection means fewer problems. Fewer problems mean fewer explosions. Fewer explosions means safety. To this child, mistakes are not mistakes, they are threats. Disapproval feels dangerous. Being a burden feels unforgivable. So they become the good one, the quiet one, the capable one, the child who never asks for help, never shows fear, and never becomes the problem. This becomes their identity, even long into adulthood. Independence turns into isolation. They learn early that the only person they can rely on is themselves. So they grow up independent, powerfully independent, but also emotionally alone. As adults, they may struggle with asking for help, trusting others, feeling truly supported, letting themselves rest, showing vulnerability. People admire their strength, but rarely notice their exhaustion. People benefit from their emotional maturity, but rarely ask who taught them to be this way or why.
They feel old, even when they're young. Children who grow up too fast carry an internal tiredness others can't see. They weren't given time to develop slowly, gently, or safely. Their mind matured early, but their heart remains stuck in a place that still aches for softness. They often say things like, "I don't remember my childhood. I've always felt older than my age. I was never allowed to be a kid." This deep sense of premature aging shapes their worldview. They become serious, insightful, and emotionally intelligent, but also nostalgic for a past they never truly had. Healing begins the moment they realize they deserve to be soft. For these individuals, healing does not mean becoming childish. It means allowing themselves to feel something they've ignored for years: safety. It means learning that they can rest without being punished. They can fail without losing love. They can ask for help without being a burden. They can be soft without being broken. Healing begins when they understand that survival mode is not a personality. It is a reaction to what they lived through. And now, as adults, they have permission to outgrow survival. Children who grew up too fast are not broken. They are overdeveloped survivors.
They are some of the strongest people you will ever meet. Not because they wanted to be strong, but because they had no other choice. And now, as they learn to slow down, breathe, trust, and rest, they finally begin to reclaim the childhood they lost. Not as a memory, but as a new beginning.